what I mean is, in the UK, for instance, the mixed race is the fastest growing race in this country. And with that in mind, I think there needs to be greater visibility of all the different types of demographics that represent the British people within corporations. But also we need to shift, as our, an organisation is only a microcosm for society, right? So we need to be mirroring all the different shifts that are happening throughout our society in business.
Sereena, it's Karen here, just jumping in. I know as soon as the last few months, you were a little bit frustrated by the pace of change for many corporates about truly embracing diversity. But what we've now seen on the back of the killing of George Floyd has been corporates coming up with very strong external messages. When they haven't, they've been condemned. You've seen more financial money committed to the cause of change, and also many internal memos issued to employees about change. Do you think this time is different?
I think this time will be different because, as we know, I think the landscape that we're in with the pandemic has given people the bandwidth to really engage with subjects that they weren't, to be quite frank, weren't that engaged with before. I think a lot of people are reprioritising, and as we probably know, up until the elections in November, Trump elections, the American elections, we will definitely see protests, I imagine, all the way till then. So I think this is definitely going to be front and centre of people's minds for quite some time.
Can I ask you about what managers need to do at this stage? Because many find themselves in uncomfortable territory. They want to bring about change, but they don't know exactly what to do, what sort of change to ensure across their organisation to bring a change in culture. What do you suggest at this point?
I would suggest this needs to be a listening exercise for businesses, and in regards to kind of external corporate responsibility and internal responsibility for your people. I think first and foremost, corporates need to be working internally. What's their internal culture like? Are they listening to all the different voices that make them who they are? Do they have representation of Black and brown people at senior leadership level? And if not, how can we facilitate spaces where the price of them actually putting their hand up to air a grievance isn't going to cost them their job? So I think it takes a lot of listening. I think it takes a huge amount of compassion. I think corporations, I'm not even going to use the word corporations. People need to realise that for many people that are marginalised, to see someone that literally could be your relative be killed, murdered in front of you felt so incredibly personal. The way it affected me, I honestly felt like I had seen one of my relatives be killed. It was awful. And I just think a huge amount of compassionate leave needs to be granted to your Black staff if they want to take it. And I think that's where it starts. It's about actually humanising the workplace, because I think there is an absence of humanity